What are the main findings of the recent studies of Omalizumab use in chronic urticaria patients?
Well, there are several phase 2 studies that led to a big phase 3 program with 3 clinical trials, one published in New England Journal, the other in Journal of Allergy and Clinical Immunology. In the 2 studies, what was showing is that at a dose of approximately 300 milligrams, about 45 to 60% of patients either got significantly better or completely in remission with Xolair for the treatment of chronic urticaria. In the paper in Journal of Allergy and Clinical Immunology, that was on top of up to 4 times the dose of licensed antihistamines and other treatments. In the paper in New England Journal, it was on top of licensed doses for antihistamines.
How will these study findings affect patients with chronic urticaria in the future?
Well, the makers of Omalizumab, Genentech and Novartis, have petitioned the FDA for approval, and they're looking forward to decision fairly soon. So, based on the efficacy and safety data, I am assuming that this will be approved this year for the treatment of chronic urticaria.
What is the take-home message from these studies for allergists and primary care physicians?
Well, I think the biggest take-home message is that, patients with chronic urticaria are very difficult to manage. And up to 50% of those patients do not respond to antihistamines despite up to 4 times dosing. So we need something better. And Omalizumab appears to provide a good therapeutic option for those patients unresponsive to traditional therapies for urticaria.
What areas of future research in chronic urticaria do you see as most promising?
I think Xolair has given us a lot of information about chronic urticaria and who may or may not respond. And it turns out that we thought it would work best in people with autoantibodies, but it worked equally well in patients with and without autoantibodies. And the interesting thing is that it appears to work within 1 to 2 days in some patients, and definitely by 7 days in a number of patients, which is too quick for the anticipated mechanisms of actions of the drug. So I think investigating how Omalizumab works so rapidly in a subset of these patients will give us new insights into the mechanisms of urticaria and perhaps even better therapeutic options.
Thank you.